What's up, guys? It's Mopar here with you. We are at the 57 Motorsports right now. As you can see, we got Sookie. I took her down the road, and let me tell you what, she is a beast. But we're gonna go in here and get some, get to talking with Logan, see what all we did to her, him and Dennis, and then we'll be right back. Motorsports, and we have Logan here is going to give us a little feedback on what all we did to the Busa. We got Dennis here also, and they're going to also mention everything that they found, kind of sum it up. But you can go here to Logan's video where he actually went through the whole build as he was doing it, and watch that video.
All right, guys, so Sookie here came in. She was running a little rough. The tune was there, but not there at the same time. We had a boost leak right off the get, and the high boost was not functioning because it had burned up a hose. It was not the appropriate hose for the application. We went ahead, got some baseline numbers on pump gas, and immediately tore it down. We ditched the 63-pound injectors. We're on 1700. We're on flex fuel E85, so he can choose what he wants to run. Whether E85 he wants to get rowdy, it turns the boost up. He's 300 plus horsepower. Or if he's out riding with friends, can't get some E, he can get some gasoline. It drops it down to sub 300 all the way down to 200 horsepower. Nice easy riding everyday power. Some issues we ran into: the high boost control was what we call a bobo button, well, what Dennis calls a bobo button. It's just power to a Mac valve with a bleed to add pressure to the dome.
Now,
well, yeah,
explain to him what hose was on the
okay. So the hose that was used, I hunted it down, it's from Lowe's. It's used as a water line for the back of a refrigerator that has in-fridge water or ice.
What the shit?
It's not temperature rated to what the temperatures are under the fairings. So we went ahead and used some 275-degree line. Should be a whole lot better for them.
So that's strike one. Okay.
Yeah, that's strike one. Strike two, the clamp was left loose on the plenum, so we had a massive boost leak. When I first put it on the dyno, didn't matter what mode I was in, it made 200 horsepower. It was supposed to make 260. Fixed the clamp, power came back. Fixed the high boost, and it did make the advertised 400 horsepower that he was told. However, it was on a mission on that run for 500 and change. It was gonna blow to hell and back if you'd have hit that on the street. Did the power get made? Yes. Was it made safely? No. From there, we got the max on, we got the injectors, all the updates that we went ahead and did, got it on compressed air for boost control. It's just a whole lot sweeter. Issues that came up after that: went for a first ride, came back, and we had about a quarter quart of oil on the ground. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Started cleaning everything because the whole back half of the motor was covered in oil. After we got it off the dyno and started street riding, I noticed a slight oil leak that the more you rode, the worse it got. This side would get oil under it. I noticed it before I cleaned it all off and I was trying to hunt for it, but we couldn't see it on the dyno. But now that I am sitting here, I don't know if you can see, look up by that shaft. You see that brown seal sticking out? But it's not sticking out at the top. When the motor was assembled, he pinched the output shaft seal and it's screwed up. Fortunately on these it can be changed from the outside, so I'm going to go ahead and get one on the way. Not a big deal. Won't be a huge deal to change, I just got to pull the sprocket. Alright, so I went ahead and tore down to this seal, and I'm going to say, judging by the gooped up, piled all over it silicone, that They knew this was leaking, and they gooped it up hoping it would seal, but it's hard to seal when the you can't hardly see the seal's rolled out. Dennis will know just from a glance, but you can see, dang, that's hard to see. The seal is rolled outside. They slid it on and rolled the seal is what happened. So, not a big deal. Fortunately, Suzuki on the Gen 3 went to a retention plate, so I can go ahead and just put a couple screws in here, yank it, put a new seal in there, knock it down. We should be ready to rock and roll again. The output shaft seal was rolled when it was installed. So when they installed it, they knew they rolled it because it was just caked in silicone. And what happened is after I wrote it, it finally rolled the silicone out. That should have been replaced, but generally in a Gen 1 or a Gen 2, that means you got to pull the motor. Flip it, split it, and replace it. Gen 3 fortunately has an access plate, so you can just pop it out with a couple screws, drive a new one in. I don't know if the previous shop didn't know you could do that because it took about 5 minutes to fix. But apparently silicone was the solution that was chosen, and it was not right. We had several other small leaks, nothing big. Most of them were just lines that should have probably been retightened after a heat cycle. Like I said in my video, the build at its core was done pretty well. There came a point, and you can see exactly in the build steps where he started to rush, and that's his downfall. If he'd have taken his time and completed everything in the same time frame he'd done the rest and done it right, it was a decent quality build. It was put together with a factory clutch, which is a lockup clutch. I actually have it over here. So the factory mechanism is a back torque limiting system. So when you decel, it unclamps. However, you always have some preload, so when you excel, it clamps, and it's allowed to add more power. That's how they got away with going to a 3-spring system. That was great until we hit 200 foot-pounds of torque. At that point, we no longer were able to apply the power to the drum unless we snatched it, which the 500 plus horsepower tune would have made 400 because it would have been blowing through the clutch. So we went ahead and started hunting solutions. Me and Dennis went ahead and troubleshot, brainstormed for a while, and came up with a solution for the clutch. We'll be releasing that eventually here. We got a couple parts we have to have commercially made. We're running on prototypes right now. But we were also able to use an NLR boost comp lockup. This allows us to keep that factory clutch lever feel. The bike rides like stock. I'm sure Jamie will do a video on that explaining all that. It rides like stock, if not better. The clutch feels great, but it has enough pressure on that clutch. Once you get up in the 30-pound range, what did we figure? Over 1,000 pounds of added clutch spring pressure? 700. Yeah, 700, 800 pounds more clutch pressure once you get up into the higher boost levels. So it's like having all heavy springs plus the lockup mechanism, but it's applied with boost only, so you still get the nice lever. I think that's about all we had on it. Got some more clearance in the radiator, other things. You can always check out my channel, Ringer57, and see the whole process. I did basically all the unedited footage that Jamie's got. I just threw together into kind of a video and threw up.
So yeah, guys, so when I brought the bike here, opposed to picking it up now, the damn bike runs better now than it did stock before I even had any of the turbo stuff done to it. The shifting, the gas fuel ratio, I mean, just everything runs a lot smoother. The guys actually went above and beyond. They did some stuff that I didn't even ask them to do. Logan actually high temp Cerakoted my exhaust to match the bike. I wanted it black, but the previous person told me it was going to be a substantial amount of money. So he went out of his way to do that. He actually, what he didn't mention was they actually took the clutch out of his own bike to put in my bike just so he do the tune on it. So most shops don't do that. I highly recommend, if you want bike stuff done, if you want your shit to go faster, come here to 57 Motorsports, get up with Logan and Dennis. They are at thebomb.com. I'm telling you right now, great experience, better than my previous experience I had. They actually went above and beyond, changing out all the lines and everything. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get some footage of me on the bike and everything. Dennis, you have anything you want to say?
Nah, not really. Okay. I'll let you guys do the YouTube stuff.
He's the quiet one in the background.
He's the wizard. Oh, shout out to Greg Smith, Busa by Smith. If y'all want a standalone ECU, go hit them up.
Greg Smith, Richard Pepler from RCC Turbos for his adapters, and working with me to help develop adapters for his adapters for the 1700cc injectors. They work out great. Good job on that. Shout out Zona Turbos. And
but anyway, guys, we're going to load the bike up and everything, and then we'll I'll put some footage on here of me on the bike. I did take it down the road, and What's up, guys? We're back at the house now. We went and picked old Sookie up. Did some short videos on it and all. Just letting y'all know that we made it back at the house and do a review on it. So by far, if I wish I would have known that Logan and them was there 57 Motorsports before I took this bike to Monster Turbos. By far, hands down, best damn, customer support, help. They, Logan knew what I wanted. He corrected a bunch of stuff that was messed up from Monster Turbos. It's the fact that you pay somebody so much money to do a job, and then they rush and then cut corners and stuff like that. For instance, all the lines that went to the turbo, to the all the lines didn't have any clamps or wire ties on them to keep them from coming off. So when I first got there, Logan just removed hoses off the gate itself with his finger. Just stuff like that. And then the refrigerator line that was melted, you buy that at freaking Home Depot, Lowe's, and it melted. I didn't have any of the high boost, so, and then you'll see in this video right here from that I'm fixing to play here in a second, I got really aggravated about the whole ordeal. We went on a ride to Biloxi, me and the Baton Rouge peeps. We took a ride over to Biloxi, I tried it out. Gave it got on it real good, and it started spitting and sputtering. And you'll see in the video right here that I'm fixing to put up now. There it goes. There's that sputter. There's that motherfucking sputter. So anyway, that's what it's doing. But good thing I'm taking it to another place on Friday. So. I wish I could get some content of me on the bike, but would you know it? If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have none at all. The time I got home, it started raining. That's right. It's been raining since freaking we got home. I'm like, bro, come on. I did wash her though. Let's take a quick look at her real quick. So let's see. There she sits. And one thing that Logan did that, man, just put it over the top was he knew that I wanted to paint high temp paint the exhaust, and he did it for me. Didn't even ask him. He just seen where I posted on Dennis's comment on Facebook that I wanted it done, and he took it upon himself to do that. See, that you can't ask for a better shop. Logan's smart. That dude's like stupid smart. He knows his shit. So I give him that. And Dennis too. Like if you want to get into like building motorcycles and doing turbos and all that good stuff, you might want to go catch up with Dennis, because Dennis ain't gonna always be around. Dennis is getting old. I hate to tell you, Dennis, like you, buddy, but for real, he needs to pass that knowledge on. And I think him and Logan working together is a real good thing. So shout out to Greg Smith. I bought the standalone ECU Boost by Smith from him. So dude, that dude's a wizard. He's a wizard. This bike runs better than stock. It runs 10 times better than stock when I rode it home from the showroom floor. I mentioned that Logan took the clutch out of his own bike to put in my bike just so he could finish up dyno tuning it till he could figure out another way to do the clutch. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but shout out to Dennis, man. Dennis, he's the one that put this whole standalone in motion for the Gen 3. He worked with Greg on this to get this standalone ECU done up and right. So, and they've been working on it for a long time. So shout out to Dennis, man. He don't get, he don't get he don't look for it, but he don't get the recognition that he needs. So shout out to him. Thank you. Wouldn't be able to have what I got now without him. Shout out to Logan, dude. The dude, man, he's a great guy. Really is, really good guy. So I highly recommend, if you need any motorcycle work done, take it to Logan. Logan will get it done. I'm trying to think here, see what else that I can think of that was jacked up on the motorcycle. Logan covered most of it, but I'll be posting that most of it already. You already seen the pictures of it, but the videos from when I went to Biloxi is the main thing, and that put the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, you know, screw this shit, you know. So Logan tried to get me to bring it to him when I first took it to Monster Turbos. I didn't listen. I was like, you know, I'm gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Everybody tried to tell me, you know, on Facebook, like, go get your bike. It's gonna be sitting there forever, this and that. Logan had my bike for 3 weeks. He had my bike for 3 weeks. Boom, bam, done, and was done. See, and I needed a new tire. Like, my stock tire was gone. It was shot. Logan took my bike up to the tire shop and I paid for it, but he had a new tire put on it. You know, who does stuff like that? He went out there, rode it up there. They put a new tire on it just so I would have a new tire, because I needed it so they could do it on the dyno. But I got new rubber, baby. Hell yeah. But I can't thank the guys enough. You know, you live and you learn. I was wrong in, you know, my decision of where I took it. I just Googled, and that was the first place that showed up was Monster Turbos. So that's why I took it to Monster Turbos. I tried to get HT, what was one of them damn ones? I don't know, HTP, I think. I tried to take it to them, and they wouldn't ever respond back to me. I was like, okay, well, you don't want my money, fine, I'll find somebody else does. And unfortunately, I found Monster Turbos. But I wish I would have took it to Logan from the get-go. I didn't know. You know, I just took the first one that popped up. I didn't do my homework. My fault. That's okay. I live and learn. But Sookie's running good now. Yep. Running on that flex fuel, ethanol, baby. That gas smells so much better than regular fuel. I ain't gonna lie. But, I'm happy. I'm very happy with what I got. The guys did a fantastic job on it. And they definitely will get all my business in the future if I ever decide to do this again. Probably not. I'm probably not gonna do another one. This is probably gonna be it. You know, 556 horsepower, that is good enough for me. I probably won't ever use it. You know, but don't forget to hit like, subscribe, comment down below, and we're gonna get some more footage of this baby right here. She's bad to the bone, I'm telling you. Woo, woo. She'd fly by you and blow your dress up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, comment, subscribe down below, hit the bell notification. Come on, guys, we almost to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get it going, and we'll get more content. Thanks for everyone for supporting the channel. A lot of support's been coming in. I think it's because of the bike, not because of me and my good looks. You know what I'm saying? But it's for the bike. That's okay. I appreciate y'all. Again, shout out to Logan, Greg Smith, Dennis. Thanks, man. Wouldn't be able to have it without you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, man, and I look forward to what the future holds so we can do some more business together. All right, guys, y'all have a wonderful day, night, whichever it may be, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.